Okay, so night 2 of the draft. Might as well go over something else real quick too. So Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are now on Raw instead of SmackDown. If you forgot they were on SmackDown, Baron Corbin made the call up again to SmackDown, not to Raw, so no Wolf Dogs for Raw, which is fine. And then no one else really changed, which I think is probably the big complaint. Is they kind of just solidified their rosters. So we'll see what happened on Raw. Imperium, which is now a 2-person group, stayed on Raw. Jade Cargill stayed on SmackDown, which is fine. I mean, she's going to pair up with Bianca Belair to go up the tag belts. Makes sense. Aha. Damage Control switch brands. They're now on Raw. Okay. If we now have Isla Dawn and a few other tag teams on Raw to work for the tag belts, I'm fine with it. Makes sense. Kevin Owens stayed the same, still on SmackDown. CM Punk. Once CM Punk stayed on Raw, Drew McIntyre was staying on Raw as well. The Pride, that's the name of Bobby Lashley's tandem. Okay, staying on SmackDown. Braun Strowman made his return. There you go. There's a shock. Worked well. Stratton staying on SmackDown. Latino World Order, which still has Carlito, even though he attacked Dragon Lee, who was also in Latino World Order, are going to Raw. Okay, cool. We're breaking up the Legado LWO bit. If this leads to LWO Judgment Day, I'm fine with it. Judgment Day also stayed on Raw. It's a Drew McIntyre. Okay. Cool. Shinsuke made the movement over to Friday. Okay. I mean, they definitely do need to do something over there with, he's a solid worker. Definitely does need to refresh, and I think put him on SmackDown works that way. Naomi stays on SmackDown, which is fine. Ilya Dragunov made the call up to Raw. Good. Solid worker. See what he can do. He's got a lot of people to feud with when it comes to Judgment Day who know his style. Like that works. I'm cool with that. Piper Niven and Chelsea Green made their way to SmackDown. I don't know if SmackDown is the same announcer or not. I don't watch SmackDown as much. But, movements in the women's tag division up a little bit. Trying to get that rejuvenated. I'm cool with that. New Day, stay where they are. Pretty Deadly, stay where they are. Lyra Valkyria made the call up to Raw. That's a pretty good get for the Raw brand. They need another person to kind of work in there. She had solid matches with Becky Lynch. She's done kind of all she really can do on NXT, so a call-up makes sense. So pretty much The Way got moved over to SmackDown. Cool. Again, if you're moving up from the women's tag division, it makes sense. Same with DIY making their jump. The Final Testament is now on Raw. Okay. So they're breaking up the thing with the Pride and Final Testament, which is fine. They did a match. It was a match that had tables. Bronson Reed staying there. Blair Davenport showing up on SmackDown. That's pretty good. I'm totally cool with that. Now they did say there's going to be some more, stuff going on afterwards, which means it's going to be fine. It's like, well, Giovanni Vinci made a big deal about him being by himself. Oh, Odyssey Jones is also undrafted, as is Tegan Knox, Natalia, Carter and Chance, Diamond Mine, Apollo Crews, New Catch Republic. There's enough people that you can adjust a little bit. Once the champs weren't moving, you kind of knew that, okay, well, current people dealing who are champs and storylines dealing with the champs, and lots of the main event just really didn't move around too much, which, it's fine. Especially when you look at the fact that there's a lot of people who are out with injuries right now. Wow. So people currently out. Alexa Bliss, Big E. Big E ain't coming back. Sorry. Lesnar, he's got things going on that are legal that I can get into. Carmella, maternity leave. Charlotte Flair, knee injury. Dexter Lumis, probably draw on something. Eric, neck injury. Jimmy Uso, another injury. Nikki Cross, Omos MVP, unknown. Raquel Rodriguez, still with her mast cell activation syndrome. Rhea Ripley, injured. Roman Reigns took himself out of the draft. Shotzi, knee injury. Sonya Deville, leg injury. Tamina, unknown. Uncle Howdy, pride for what to do with him. And Valhalla, also maternity leave. So, I mean, a lot of people are just out right now. So there's, I probably say a few names on that list when they make their comeback are going to be big deals. So, again, kind of not super awesome and impressive, kind of lackluster. But I mean, at least they try to help solidify who their teams are. And I'm very glad we didn't do, oh, we're doing a draft. Okay, next week, yeah, Survivor Series. You were on Team Raw, and then you got drafted to Team SmackDown. Here's your blue shirt. You love the blue brand now. Hate the red brand. So, we'll see where this, if they said they have to like now and after Backlash to help solidify what's going on. So, could be interesting. I do still like the fact that the women's tag belt will still be something that can, travel between shows. So, that could be interesting. They freshed up a few different tag teams for that division. So the main tag division, they moved a few teams around just to kind of freshen up a little bit. Okay. Women's division, same thing. A few people here and there. NXT call-ups are good. Try to help get some more utility players up there. But I think the way everything was heading, the way everything was moving, that people were thinking like, oh man, it's going to be a massive reveal, massive returns. And there weren't. So it's okay. But coming off of that amazing WrestleMania, which is how we kind of began this month, and we're right now at the end of this month, it's kind of like, we're still in a good spot, better than we are in most, post-Mania lulls, but not as good as everyone thought we were going to be.